Plano, Texas is a very large suburb that's located just north of Dallas. No doubt that you've heard about it when you're doing your research and possibly relocating to the area. With that being said, you know each area is going to have its pros and its cons. And in this video, we're going to uncover everything you need to know about the city of Plano. Join me on this journey. Hello, my name is Missy with the Living in Dallas, Texas team. Welcome to our channel. We're so glad that you're here and that you're gaining the wisdom that you need in order to make a positive relocation to Dallas, Texas. We get calls from people just like yourself that are making this move, and we love helping them. We are your local real estate experts right here in the Dallas, Texas area. So reach out via phone, via text, via email. We would love to hear from you and help you with your transition to Dallas. Also, while you're here, make sure you subscribe to the channel and ring the bell so you're notified every time we add a new video to the channel. We've got your back when moving to Dallas, Texas, and we look forward to meeting you in person soon. There is no better way to learn about a city than from a local. I have lived and worked in the city of Plano, which is home to just a little over 293,000 residents. And it's large. It covers over 71 square miles. So I'm going to break it down. We're going to talk about 5 pros and 4 cons to living in Plano. We're going to start by having you join me as we look at the map so that you get a relation to where it lies in relation to Dallas. And we're going to talk about the transportation and convenience factor. So join me as we take a look at this map.
Here's our map of Plano and how it is and where it sits in relation to Dallas. So if you look at the very bottom, far south, you will see the heart of Dallas. And as you go north, you will find the city of Plano. Look how large it is on our map. So we've got it right through here with this red dotted line, and you can see that it almost fits completely in a square. So the convenience is pro number 1. With the way that the land and the highway system is situated in Plano, convenience is one of the residents' favorite features about the city. So if you look here, this first thoroughfare or highway that's going to take you east and west is called the President George Bush Highway or Tollway. And it's going to cut through right here for your southern east-west thoroughfare. As you come up just north of that, it's going to be bordered on the other east-west thoroughfare right through here. And this is called 121 or the Sam Rayburn Tollway. Now on either side, making up the other sides of your square, you've got the Dallas North Tollway, which goes north and south. And then on the other side, you have US 75 that goes north and south. So you've got your little box here, and primarily Plano lies within those 4 highway systems, making it extremely easy whether you need to commute north or more likely going south of where you currently live and need to commute. Now, I don't have an exact mileage for you from Plano to downtown Dallas because it's going to depend on if you live on the east, central, or west side of the city of Plano. With having 71 square miles, it certainly has a lot of land to cover. So you're going to have a little bit of differences, but know that you are 15-20 minutes in most cases into downtown Dallas. Same thing for the Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport and our other smaller airport, which is called Dallas Love Field. So with the convenience of the airports and those 4 major highways taking you east-west or north and south, the convenience is definitely a pro when talking about living in Plano, Texas.
The second pro when talking about Plano, Texas has to be the established neighborhoods. So Plano, it had 2 big build booms, one of them in the 70s and the other one in the 80s. So when you go and you're looking at a home in the city of Plano, you can look at your neighbors and the neighborhood and all of the thoroughfares that are going to take you from place to place. And there are no surprises. They have been there in some cases over 50 years. And so you can see the quality of construction and how it's held up over time. You know what the retail is going to look like because it's already there and built out. There's no guesswork involved when it comes to what you're getting. That gives people a big peace of mind. It also has the established trees and the greenery and the landscape. All of that's already there and ready for you. So if you're not afraid to do a little bit of updating on the interiors, Plano is fantastic when you know exactly what you're getting and that park-like atmosphere. The third pro when talking about Plano, Texas, has to be the school system. So Plano Independent School District has a proud A+ ranking when you look at niche.com. Now that's not an easy feat to do when you service over 50,000 students. That is every teacher and every person on the payroll playing a part, the families playing a part, and the students doing their part to keep the integrity and the quality of the Plano schools at a very high level. We talked about the fact that it's a very large city, spanning over 71 square miles and servicing over 293,000 residents and families. So they have a lot of schools. In fact, we have 71 campuses servicing the Plano School District. So that's going to be broken down between your elementary schools, your middle schools, high schools, and then your senior highs. So the way Plano does it, they're going to have a 9th and 10th grade high school, and then they're going to the senior high, which is going to be the 11th and 12th grades. Now in Plano, that's going to be 3 different high schools. You're going to have Plano West, Plano, which services the central part, and Plano East to service that east side of the Metroplex. So the children are never driving or being bused very far because you have a major high school right there in your backyard. So Plano A+, they have all of the programs that you can imagine, top-notch athletics, fine arts, and academics. They also have plenty of programs for anything that you'd be looking for on the smaller scale. So if you're looking for special education or English as a second language, or maybe a gifted, talented, or a lot of AP programs, they have all of that in the district. So you cannot go wrong with moving to Plano because certainly a pro is the school district. Pro number 4 when talking about Plano, Texas, it's going to be your upscale shopping and dining experience. So of course they have the shops that you would frequent on a more regular basis. But how neat is it to be able to go in your own city and be able to shop on a pedestrian-friendly thoroughfare? The 2 that I'm talking about specifically are going to be the Shops at Legacy on one side of the tollway and Legacy West just on the other side of the Dallas North Tollway. So both of these offer unique dining experiences, shopping, and if you need to get your hair, your nails done, they certainly have those services as well. So let's talk a little bit about what you would find there. Anybody like Louis Vuitton purses? Coach? What about Warby Parker to get your newest frames? We also have Tommy Bahama, Lululemon, you name it, it has the shops there. And then when you get tired and hungry from spending all that money shopping, we have restaurants that I know that you'll just love. From those that are healthy, to steakhouses, to Italian food. You name it, they have it there in the Shops of Legacy and Legacy West, which is a fantastic place not only to frequent yourself, but when you have visitors come visit you in your new city, you can take them there and show off everything that is upscale shopping and dining in Plano. Rounding out our pros of living in Plano, Texas is going to be number 5, access to parks and rec. Plano has done a phenomenal job of making sure that they dedicate precious land to the parks and recreation centers. In fact, we have 85 parks and we have 9 recreation centers. So let's talk about the parks. In those parks, you will find miles of hiking, biking, and walking trails. You'll also find dog parks, split from the littles and the bigs. You also have plenty of places for the children to get out and either splash in a splash pad or play on those swings and the jungle gyms that they have there for the children. Not only that, but they also have the recreation centers. They're going to have your indoor and outdoor pools, water parks, indoor basketball, gyms. It is crazy how much money, time, and effort that they have put into the city of Plano for its residents. For a nominal fee or free, as a Plano resident, you have access to all 85 parks and all 9 recreation centers, and I can't wait to see you on the court. So it sounds like all sunshine and roses so far in Plano, doesn't it? Well, it wouldn't be a realistic video if I didn't talk about 4 of the cons in Plano, Texas. We're going to start the cons with number 1, which would be the age of the homes. Now, for some of you, if you're moving from areas that are much older than the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, this is probably not a big deal for you at all. But here, when you can get a brand new home in parts of our Metroplex, you might not want a home that's 50 or 60 years old. Pros and or the cons to that. So if it's 50 or 60 years old, you've got aging components of the home. From the roof to the foundation, from all of your electrical, your HVAC, and your plumbing. If you're okay with that, if you're okay with home maintenance on a monthly or annual basis, not a problem and not a con for you. If you're one that just wants to live in your house and it be as maintenance-free as possible, this could be a deal breaker for you. But with Plano, it being a city that's just north of Dallas, it was established before our northern cities. So with that, with those homes 50, 60 years old, they look great sometimes. The established neighborhoods are there, you know what you're getting, but you also know that inside you're probably gonna have a little work to do to not only maintain, but the cosmetics have changed quite a bit in the last 50 to 60 years. Con number 2, when considering Plano, Texas as your new home, is going to be it's expensive. The dirt that's located closer to Dallas is going to be more expensive than land that's further out. So with that, the homes in Plano, they're lovely, but you're going to get a little bit older home, and it might be in need of some updates, some refresh, and a little bit smaller than the options that you would have if you were willing to travel just a few miles going north. So factor that in when you're doing your house hunting. Are you wanting convenience or size? That's going to be your big deciding factor when considering Plano over our other cities in the nearby area. Con number 3 when considering Plano, Texas is going to be that some of the areas are aging and looking a little run down and tired, especially the central part of Plano moving east. Those don't seem to have held up, look aesthetic and refresh like it has on the west side of Plano. So again, may bother you, may not bother you, but when you're looking at a house, make sure that you do a good drive around where you would be doing your retail, where the kids would be going to school, to see if you like the age and the condition of where you're going to be doing the majority of your shopping and your day-to-day local activities. If it's a deal breaker, then we might want to look a little bit further out, but if it has been refreshed, then it might fit the bill for you. And it's certainly going to be less expensive on the central and the east side of Plano than the west side. So take a look at it, see what you think. Concluding with our final con in the Plano, Texas area, it's going to be, it's built out. So if you have your heart set on building a brand new house, not likely in Plano, Texas. Again, they had their booms in the 70s and the 80s and even some of the 90s. And so the prime pieces of land, done, gone, built, and now they're in the pre-owned status. So if you're okay with a pre-owned home, then this isn't a con for you at all. But if you're looking for that brand new home or one that's just a few years old, then that's going to be a con for the city of Plano. Regardless of what you're looking for though in your new home, our team here can help you. All we need is a list from you. What are you looking for? What age? What area do you think you're gonna like? What's important in your schools? What about the amenities in your home? Do you need 3 bedrooms or 4? What about a backyard? Small, large? Would you like to have a pool in your backyard? Sometimes that's handy in Texas in the summer. So make that list and send it over. You can reach us via text, via call, or via email. it would be my team's pleasure to help you with your relocation here to Dallas, Texas. We are your experts here, boots on the ground, local, and can give you all the insider tips and tricks when moving to Dallas, Texas. We hope to hear from you soon, and until then, take care.